And I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of the Russian Federation. You have the floor, madam.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Russia is interested in the strengthening of the effectiveness and the efficiency of the work of the United Nations Development System. We believe that the quadrennial comprehensive policy review for operational activities is a key mechanism which determines the basic parameters and characteristics of operational activities. We intend to take an active part in agreeing on the forthcoming review for the year 2020. Madam Chair, we support the efforts of the United Nations management in carrying out reform in the development system. This process should be of maximum clarity and transparency and should be based on the interests of state members. We believe in particular that the country teams and programs should be formulated solely on the basis of the requirements of the host country for its promoting development. We attach great importance to the effectiveness of the work of the new resident coordinator system, and we are convinced that the efficiency of the work of the United Nations offices and programs countries to a great extent will depend on the interaction between resident coordinators and all members of the country teams and the host country. In this connection, an important role is played by the retention of a balance between the coordinating role of the resident coordinators at the country level and monitoring activities of various agencies and funds. And we believe that the agencies should retain their free rein in building a dialogue based on trust in major areas which are directly related to the host country. In the context of reform, a great deal has been said about the need to enhance the output of the work of the development system, in particular the operational funds and programs, and we support such attempts. In this connection, each agency should retain its specific mandate. The transition from granting humanitarian assistance to development should be of maximum clarity and speed, and we are interested in retaining more information on the parameters for the work of the Joint Committee on the provision of humanitarian help in promoting development, which is supposed to carry out various consultations on, and we would like a briefing on this question. Madam Chair, a promising area in operational activities for development is support of cooperation in South-South areas and so-called triangular cooperation. We welcome the holding in March of this year in Buenos Aires of the second conference, high-level conference on South-South cooperation. The outcome document adopted at this landmark meeting is called upon to promote the further introduction of cooperation questions into the work of the organization. We note the efforts of the United Nations South-South Cooperation Agency to have the operational activities carried out in order to enhance the effectiveness and the operational activities in this track. For its part, we support the basic principles of cooperation, including the national sovereignty and non-interference in internal affairs. We are interested in triangular cooperation, which is reflected in the concept document of state policy of Russia in the sphere of promoting international development. And an example of our participation in such work could be the draft on strengthening the potential of our partners in Central Asia and in Transcaucasus in carrying out the funds which have been created between the United Nations and UNDP through the World Food Program. We are also very much pleased with the level of cooperation in the development system. The financing by Russia of projects in these funds and programs has normally had a positive review given by the countries involved, and we hope that the further cooperation in the system in the interests of state partners with a view to establishing conditions for the achievement of the 2030 Agenda goals. Thank you.
I thank you, madam, for your statement.